Hey guys, what's going on? Leo Pazzo TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we have a very special guest, Abdul.
Hi, my name is Abdul.
And we basically set him up a year ago with the 75-gallon saltwater coral reef fish tank, and it is doing amazing. And we are basically coming back today on his anniversary of the tank 1 year, and along with that we're going to be unboxing a brand new product that I wanted to share with him. So we're pretty excited. It is a wave maker, and I want you guys to stay tuned as we're going to be unboxing this, we're going to be testing it, and we're going to be setting it up on the tank. So we want you guys to basically see how it works and see from our experience, our review on how this product works. So you know what?
Let's get this going.
Let's get this bad boy going. Let's do this.
Let's see it.
So I think first off we should tell you the name.
Yeah, it's the Coral Box.
It's the Coral Box Quiet Pump QP16. They do have other models. The QP16 is the one that's a little bit more powerful. Again, I have a 125-gallon saltwater coral reef fish tank. This is a 75-gallon. So we're going to test it out today here to see, you know, if it's maybe too powerful or not enough, or maybe we can adjust it according to his tank, you know, what he likes to have, as he is, as you mentioned, getting some more SPS now, right?
Yeah,
and you're acquiring a little bit more flow. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy. QP16 Quiet Pump Coral Box Wireless Control, which I noticed it says right here, a Wi-Fi option package controller not included. So what does that mean? Wi-Fi option package controller not included. So from what I understand, I guess you can operate this with a Wi-Fi controller, and it is not included, so we got to purchase that separately.
But can you still just get it going?
Yeah, we can still get it going, but I'm just saying there has another option, I guess. Let's try this bad boy right now.
Let's see it.
So I think we're ready to open this bad boy and try it out, eh? Let's do this. Here's the owner's manual. So it shows right here models QP5, QP9, and QP16. So again, like I mentioned, this is the largest model. And here, I'll leave that owner's manual for you for now. What do we have here? We have the AC-DC converter, which is first. Leave that there on the side. Next here we have is the controller. That's a pretty big controller considering the other ones were much smaller. What else do we have here? We have the US plug style with the ground, which that goes inside the converter. And next we have the actual pump itself with this, I guess,
For the controller.
for the controller, the back of the controller, so we can mount it like an M3 sticky tape. So let me take out this pump here out of the packaging. For some reason we got it stuck in between the magnet. There we go, got it out. So here's the pump. Nice flexible design here like the other models. Looks pretty nice. So I think for the most part we're ready to connect this bad boy, which is a straight simple connection of connecting the controller to this. It has an arrow there where you line it up. Arrow to arrow, which is right there. Screw that on there simply like that. And the other end of that, which you have there, goes straight into the controller as well. Okay, fantastic. So I think we are ready to install this bad boy. Where's the magnet again? You have the magnet?
We'll have it.
The magnet's right there connecting to our DC converter. Okay, so this glass I believe is ½ inch thick. That's how we built this tank here, is ½ inch. So this magnet, we're going to be testing it on ½ inch non-tempered glass. Just some extra information for you guys. So you know what, let's reposition this camera and let's install this bad boy on the tank. Okay guys, so before we go ahead and change over to these new wave makers, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit closer up on the 75-gallon tank, as we are running the two wave makers, which are the RW8, which I have right here in front of me. Here's the box, the RW8, the Jebos, and we're going to be taking these off right now and installing the new wave maker. So we got one there on the back corner and on the right hand side, and the one there on the left hand side. And just to look at the difference, we're just trying to briefly kind of compare it. Take a look at some of the flow here that we have here at the top of the tank as well. Okay, so we have just unplugged the wave makers. Did we unplug the return pump as well, or no? The tank's still running, right?
No, the tank's still running.
Okay, the tank is still running and cycling. We just unplugged the two wave makers on the left, on the right, which are the RW8s, and we're going to be installing this brand new QP16 right now on the right hand side. Is that where we're going to be installing it right now, on the right hand side of the tank?
Yeah.
So you can see that the water flow here is definitely came to a halt, even though that the return pump is on and the tank is still cycling. Having a look at some of this movement of some of the corals, and you can definitely see that they're kind of not moving around at all here. We're gonna pump up the flow right now with this QP16. So let's go ahead and do that.
Let's go. It's pretty big, yeah?
Yeah, it looks pretty big in there, yeah. Compared to the other one, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that to install? Pretty straightforward. Just place the magnet at the back.
Yeah, it is.
And then just angle it whichever way you want.
I would probably just in the middle like that.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Nothing really too direct at the corals. We don't want to bother them. That looks pretty good. Aiming towards the top on a nice angle there.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so we're gonna plug this bad boy in once we dry off our hands here, and we're gonna test a few different settings on this controller and see how it works. Okay guys, so we just basically spent at least a good 5-10 minutes trying to figure out some of these settings here, and we kind of realized that they are very similar to the other models, the other Jubbo wave makers, the RW15 and the other similar models. So we're just going to briefly kind of go through here, and at the same time look at the wave maker, look at the controller, and observe the waves here and some of the motion of the corals that we're getting. So why don't we go through, I guess we're looking at mode 1, I see right here.
Yeah.
So we're looking at mode 1. Why don't you briefly explain to us what mode 1 is? What do you understand mode 1 is?
So it basically just goes in like one mode.
Consistent, nice consistent.
Consistent.
Right.
And then when we get to mode 2,
Right.
it goes kind of like up and down.
So it has like a pulse to it.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do we control that pulse, the frequency of the pulse, which is
Then you'll go
the blue button there, yeah?
Is it the blue?
Yeah, the frequency, yeah.
Which is gonna just bring it to
Either up to
50% or 100%, whatever.
So we can fluctuate the pulse speed by the frequency, which is the blue button, and it goes from 1 to 99, and we can adjust on the pulse, just the pulsating of it. So what if we wanted to adjust the strength of that pulse, which we would go to the flow,
right.
And it shows there the green button. So flow, right? Now we change the flow.
Number 2.
Yeah, so we can increase the flow up to, how high does it go to?
To 9, I think.
All the way up to 9, and
That's
once
it.
it gets up to 9, it makes
See,
it.
It got pretty strong right now.
Yeah, and it's making. Look at the waves. They're rocking back and forth on that tank.
So if we put it a little bit down, you're gonna see the.
Yep.
You're gonna see the difference.
So we'll lower it down
put
to
it at
1, which is a little bit more reasonable for this 75-gallon tank. Give it at least a good 30 seconds to kind of adjust.
There you go.
And you can see it's a little bit more relaxed, but we still got quite a bit of flow there, rocking back and forth.
Number 5 here.
Number 5 flow, right?
Yeah.
Which is just slightly increase the power, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll
so
leave it at number 5 and we'll leave it at 53%, and we'll try to go to mode 3.
right, mode 3, okay. So mode 3, what does mode 3 mean to you, or what does it look like it's doing?
It's very similar to the mode 2, but it has like kind of double flow.
So I think we're assuming maybe you might be meant for like operating 2 pumps with this one controller. So I think we definitely need to do some more homework on the owner's manual there. Okay, so maybe it's syncing two pumps together actually.
Probably,
I think that's what the picture looks like. It looks like basically two pumps getting synced together that are basically running in that pulsing mode. That's what I'm kind of understanding, which is mode 3. But let's go on to mode 4 there.
We'll try mode.
Mode 4, which looks like, what do you think mode 4 looks like? How is the pump
It's like
reacting?
a zigzag kind of thing.
It's like up
So
and down.
it goes slow, then really strong, then really slow, then strong.
Okay. So, and again, we can adjust the flow on
And
that.
you basically can see the line of the water. It's exactly the same way it's doing it.
Right.
Or it's showing it here right now.
That looks pretty strong right there, eh?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for this Euro braces over here, I'm gonna say that
Water would be splashing.
yeah,
over.
definitely some of this water would be splashing probably outside the tank. So I think yes, we need. It's all about what setting you have it on and
Mode 4.
and the angle of the pump, right?
Yeah,
because if
that's
you
right.
angle it upwards, which we're doing right now, we're gonna see a lot of the movement and a lot of the water flow, right? But if we angle it a little bit more horizontally, it won't be as dramatic. So ultimately, I think what is best is literally to have one hand on the controller, one hand inside the tank, inside the tank in front of the pump, and that way you can literally see and feel how it is working, and you'll be able to see your corals reacting and the positioning of it all and whatnot. So again, just keeping in mind that we are only using this one wave maker. The other two that are installed on the tank are unplugged.
We've got one mode.
One more mode left?
Yeah,
Okay, so
which
we
is
got
number 6.
mode 6. Let's go ahead and check this out, sure.
So we are at mode 6 now, which
Looks to you like what? Another like random preset.
it is another random preset, which
It looks a little calmer right now, eh?
it is.
Okay, so all in all, what are you thinking right now about this wave maker?
I love it.
You
It's
like it?
great. I like it.
You like it? So other than that, like, are you thinking it's probably a little bit too strong for your tank, right?
Yes.
So I'm guessing the next model below this one is the QP9, which probably might suit your tank a little bit better. This one looks like we could use it, but it probably might be a little bit too strong. But again, it might have to do with the positioning of the wave maker, right? And I'm also thinking that this one larger wave maker might replace the other two wave makers, right? Which in all might also make the tank a little bit more cleaner and have more, you know, less equipment and just maybe one pump versus 3 pumps, you know what I mean? So again, it just suit whatever suits your need and buy according to what you feel is best. But again, from our experience right now, this QP16 is definitely a little bit too powerful for the 75-gallon tank. So why don't we try as best as we can to find a setting that will actually try to accommodate your tank. Can we get this wave maker to accommodate your tank right now? Even though it is powerful, but maybe we have intentions on buying a larger tank, right? Maybe you want a 200, maybe you want a 150. Can I buy this equipment for my 75-gallon and be able to use it for my next tank build, right?
Right.
That looks
So
pretty low right
I
there.
would go to mode 2.
Mode 2, okay.
And I put the flow down to 3.
Flow down to 3. Let's get a closer look
And-
here while you hold that there for us. 1 second, focus.
So I put it
Okay. So we got, go ahead, tell us.
mode 2.
Yeah,
And I put the flow down to 3.
okay.
And I kept it at 30%,
The
which
frequency.
is the frequency.
Okay, fantastic. So
That's it.
That's it right there. And we also,
Yeah.
we haven't touched base on the feed mode right there. And feed mode is simply,
Which, if you hold on it, it's just gonna stop the pump.
so you know what, guys, obviously we were super excited to try this bad boy. We got to spend some more time checking out this manual and looking a little bit more detailed into it and finding the right setting that works best for us. And we also got to find out about the wireless controller, the Wi-Fi option that is available. All right, guys, so stay tuned, Leo Pazzo TV. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys till next time.